I also understand, kinda, you know. Okay, so we're not gonna go into that one because we need to get rid of the mist. So let's not walk in there again. What we have here? Oh, mutate. What do we have? Let me have a good one. Ooh, another one of these. But it's only if you do crits, that's the problem. But this one is pretty nice. Just waiting if I should wait until we get a greater one or a normal one. I mean, I like this one. But then I have to get the crit. Yeah, I need to get this one. I'm probably gonna need 2 points in it. I should get these two maxed out. Damage reduction by 30%, that's a lot. Mutagen. Let's see, what do we have now? Peek and see what we have over here. Okay.
Damn monster.
That was the wrong way to go. Find that one there. Let's see, junk.
Damn it.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Yeah, oh my god, I agree. Nope. Bollocks. Patrol. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. +9. What was that one? Trophies. Vitality +50. That's pretty good. Low damage or test with secret damage. Not going in there.
Hello. Salutations. Greetings.
Just gonna take us into the fog, isn't it?
Better to ask the way than to go astray. Life can be really strange. I fought the Nilfgaardians a few years back.
Let's see. all go poof. It means we need to find one more place. No! God damn it. Didn't want to go in there. I'm getting some more coffee. Be right back. It's because Cricket Boy is gone. He's AFK. Okay, so we can't really go up there. Means we can't really go up there either. See where there are rot things. Okay, one more spot. Like it.
For Sabrina, who died on the fire! Help us! Thanks for your help, Witcher. We were in a tight spot there. The rot fiends are multiplying like rabbits. We were on our way to see the visionary, bearing gifts and all. But I'll be damned if I'll take one more step that way. Wouldn't be on your way to see him, would you? If you are, give him this coin for us. Do what you will.
this path. Leap of faith!
The peddler said this nail was the closest to her right hand.
You fool! You'd believe him if he told you.
What's going on?
Stay out of it.
Sabrina was a saint in her lifetime. Remember how she healed the wounded?
But now she's dead and can't help anyone.
I believe the visionary. Those who dismiss his words are doomed.
Doomed are those who take lunacy for prophecy and carcasses for holy arses.
What's this argument about?
I bought a relic to protect me from Scoia'tael arrows. They say I was ripped off.
That relic's rubbish.
Show me the relic.
What for?
I have a similar nail. Mine's rusty, but this one looks like new.
So what?
Told you! The seller ripped you off!
I'd like to talk to him.
Better hurry up, because if he's conned me, I'll chop his head off.
So long.
How did you wind up here?
Okay, let's see. We have a few things to do here.
You're shorter than I expected.
Tournaments. Now that's a pastime for real men.
I'm here about the Rotfiend contract.
What about it?
The fiends have rotted for good.
Well done, we lost many patrols to them. Here's your reward.
Okay, up and down.
What do you want, Witcher?
I'd like to play dice.
Want to play right now?
I do. What does he have? Hero freeze. What do we have? Hero force. Two pairs. What did he get now? Oh, of course he got full house. God damn it.
You lost.
No worries.
What do you want?
I'd like to play dice.
Want to
What?
What do you want?
They say blacksmiths are strong. I say they're fat pussies.
And I say I can show you just how strong we are.
Careful you don't snap something.
Show me your coin if you want to wrestle.
Let's do this.
My hand! Damn you!
Might want to put a cold compress on that.
What do you want, Witcher?
I'd like to play.
Want to
2 pair and he got... Come on. Oh. Yay.
Here's your reward. That was good rolling. You deserve it.
Who else plays dice around here?
Madam Carol ought to play you. Interesting match that would be.
Okay, she's over at the whorehouse. Okay.
I'm done with this cursed place. Bloody hell.
What is this again?
The whole camp's gone berserk looking for the coin.
Be an interesting one, this.
Grown lads with their arses in the air.
Let's talk arm wrestling.
Go on. As you're a witcher and I'm a mercenary, neither of us should wrestle for free.
I'm ready.
Damn, I'm almost
Lucky
choppy
that
that
Nilf
time.
Guardian at Brenna wasn't as strong as you. Or Adam Pangret would be a heap of white bones right now.
Lucky for you, we were only playing for coin.
I venture to say there's only one man who stands a chance against you. Numa.
Numa? What kind of name is that?
He's a circus artist. The mighty Numa, they call him. Apparently grips like a vice. Word has it he cheats.
How?
Performance-enhancing potions. The undetectable kind.
I'll be sure to seek him out someday.
You'd know best if he's using his muscles or alchemy.
They'll have to sit it out like hens on their eggs until this mist lifts. It won't just disappear.
They say only a spell.
Okay, but he isn't here. That seems to be in the next part. Let's see, we should talk to...
The whole camp's gone.
Freak.
Death Maul.
We need to talk.
What? No, hello. Good morning. Pack her up and kiss my ass? Nothing.
Hello.
Good morning, White Wolf. Will you take some tea? It's a fortifying beverage.
Some other time, maybe.
Yeah,
Spoken
because
to
the
the
quest
king yet?
became
Indeed,
finished,
he's delighted
he's
you
not
can
in
be
this
up to the curve.
section.
Great, because I need the medallion of the priest known as Crest. I heard it's in Henselt's possession.
He'll give you nothing until you free him from the curse. Truthfully, I believe I understand him. You have a good chance of perishing when you confront the Draugrs.
Give me a break, Deathmold. The two of you are just afraid I'll leave this entire mess in your hands.
Ah, that is something I do not fear at all, for I know exactly why you're here. As for the king, you may curse him and scold him and call him a fool if you wish, though it's not something I would advise.
Does the name Vincent Trott sound familiar?
A traitor. He did some damage in my ranks. 1 dead and 2 still in the field hospital. If you know where he's hiding, I've some issues I'd like to discuss with him. Tools are already in the fire, but the rogue seems to have donned an invisibility cap.
I believe he has Seltkirk's armor, one of the artifacts.
My investigation's at a dead end. I know not where he is, and I'll soon need to resort to more radical methods.
Hold off a bit longer. If he escapes,
There's no way to do so. My people guard the ford, and I doubt our brave Vincent could make it past the specters. He must be nearby.
learn anything new about the curse?
The mage on the other side of the fog is also probing the battlefield. A sorceress.
How do you know?
You shall know them by the fruit of their spells. Magic differs with the brain type that generates it. The female mind is simply laid out differently.
It could be Triss.
No, Witcher, it's someone far more powerful.
must know a lot about the Wild Hunt, as one of the reigning majesties among mages.
I simply cannot concern myself with folk tales about corpses flying about on intensely emaciated steeds.
The Wild Hunt's no myth. Can you make anything out of these notes, sorcerer?
Where did you get them?
Unimportant.
And you've no notion what's in them?
Wouldn't be asking if I did.
They describe a very dangerous ritual, practically pure necromancy, the sort that gets you burned at the stake.
Be specific. What kind of ritual?
One to summon the soul of an evil man, a man evil enough to wander the world after death. Souls of this kind gladly enter into covenants in the hope of being sent into the beyond.
Why would anyone want to deal with evil?
The possible reasons are many. You'll always find people willing to sell their souls in exchange for something valuable to them. I'll gladly buy the scroll.
I thought necromancy was forbidden.
Oh, it is, but I'm an avid collector of manuscripts containing forbidden knowledge.
Shall you sell it or not? Yeah, sure.
The manuscript is yours for the right price. The plotters. I know where they meet.
I knew I could count on you.
Is that enough for you then?
One can tell a real man not by how he begins, but by how he finishes.
What else do you want from me?
I shall give you 4 of my men who'll be near at hand and provide backup if something goes awry. They'll stay out of sight until summoned. Bring me one of the plotters alive. I have many questions. I must know who's behind all this.
I need magic powder to mark out the runes.
Are you aware that the formula requires powdered camphor resin?
I am.
Then you must also know that the resin is extremely valuable.
Get Henselt to pay you. I need the powder to do the exorcism, reverse the prophecy, and release him from the curse.
You should have said, I'll give you as much as you need.
Thanks, on the king's behalf.
I've one more thing you might find useful.
What's that?
You asked me for protective runes. I've done better. Take this grimoire, which details many. I believe there's even one for syphilis. I've marked my recommendations.
Thanks. See you.
Okay. I forgot about equipping a trophy. Like, forgot how that worked. But I'm wondering if I shouldn't use this one then. But we go with damage, extra damage for now. Just wonder if I should have sold them or kept them. A little bit split on that. think I'm gonna keep them. See what it does. Not like I need the money. Or have I sold it here already?
See you.
I think we're gonna keep it.
Damn it! This is a brothel, not a military camp. We'll have to sit it out like hens.
Look what the cat dragged in.
We need to talk.
What? Good morning.
Some. Can you make?
Wait. And
Wouldn't
they just
be
one. Why?
I think I'll keep it. Maybe I can become a collector myself.
Those were not so kept for later use. Okay, so they actually become useful later.
The plotters.
I knew I could count on you. What? Truth.
Give. Does the name Vincent Trott?
No.
Hold off.
There's no.
Learn.
You. No.
You. I need med.
Are you?
I am.
Then you must also know that the resin is extremely valuable.
Get hands up.
You should.
What's that?
You are.
Thank. See you.
The whole camp's gone berserk looking for the coins. Grown lads.
We need to go and see the visionary, and we need to go and defeat Madame Roll, and we need to also go down there.
Where are these coins from if there wasn't a single one when they were pitching camp? Nice.
And this is the reason why one should always quick save before you do a talk.
No talking to the prisoner.
I'm done with this cursed place. The
Okay, so we can't talk to him yet.
As long as they pay us, I'd say Not another fucking stone.
Life can be really silly. I fought in the Nilfgaardians a few years back. Now we make camp with the Black Hands.
That's politics. What's it to us? Well, a witcher. Girls, prim yourselves. How can I help you, handsome?
Want to roll a few rounds of dice poker?
Shall we play?
Let's see what she got. She got oh, god damn it. She got the triple freeze. No, I got. How do we both get 4 freeze? We got 2 pairs. What does she have? 2 and 2. need a 5 or a 4. Come on. Can't see that one. Oh, 2. Yay.
You've cleaned me out.
Anyone else I can fleece around here?
Lesota, the quartermaster's helper. He plays dice. Well, a wit now.
I wanted to talk.
We're no strangers to the art of conversation, but it'll cost you just as much as a good plough.
I'm not gonna pay for conversation.
Let's ask for...
Well, how can I?
I'm looking for a whore.
We've got plenty of those, you'll be glad to hear. But you'll need to show me your coin before you choose one. We all have our principles. Well, these are my girls. Choose, white-haired one.
I've heard good things about Whistling Wendy.
At your service. My prettiest girl, 'tis true. Fool soldiers gave her that stupid nickname. Tidy yourself, Wendy. Witcher on the way. Come on in. Bastard.
What do you desire, my hero?
I want your smile to part the gates of paradise.
Come with me.
Vincent Trott, you're a little elusive.
Here alone. Not wise, Witcher.
We'll see about that.
I'm wearing Selkirk's armor, you know. Pretty much renders me invincible in a duel.
Give me the chainmail and I'll forget everything. Whistling Wendy, your plot. I know about the coins.
You're Deathmole's hound. I don't trust you.
You don't need to. I just need the chainmail. Not interested in anything else.
I'm to remove it?
And hand it over.
Then you'll be on your way.
And all will be well.
Doesn't sound like my kind of story. How's this instead? I'll kill you, take your swords and gold, and the gods will rain good fortune upon me for ridding them of a filthy mutant. Die.
Spy! Kill him!
Oh, I got plenty of grape shot, buddy. Yep. So, pretty nice armor, but the one I have is actually better. Oh, come on, there. That's not in the way. Key required. A hog named Hansel. Pamphlet smearing Hansel. Nice picture. Yet Hansel courts the imperial envoy like a sheep whore who has singled out a burgher with a full pouch at the brothel. Keep in mind that a whore can let anyone she wishes plow her arse, her choice. The king owes us more. His arse belongs to all of us and its name is Cadwin. Dare we all allow a Nilfgaardian prick to plow our country? As my friend who is a witcher says, if that's what the world needs to be saved, perhaps it would be better that it perish. Okay. Candle invoice, huh? What the heck is this key at? Something we get later then. Where is Dandelion at?
Sit among the rocks, and who'd go there? As for tools, the headman tricked them, and they're not collecting any. He said he would forbid them from collecting gold, but not when there's no river. He said they could better leave the permit from the capital.
I guess he's in the canteen.
Not another fucking stone.
How did you wind up here?
Nope. Partying hard here.
I'm a bit scared of going against the Saint. The enemy have fed you their propaganda.
So?
I'd like to play dice.
Wanna play right now?
Two pair, and here you go. Full house. Well, the only way we can win is if we get 4 twos. On twos. We got full house, but what the heck? What did he? Okay.
You won. Do you want coin or something special?
I'd prefer something besides gold. I see you've got quite a bit of armor.
If that's your wish, I can offer you a number of armor designs, specifically for studded, tempered, or supple leather armor.
I'll take the design for tempered armor.
Didn't expect you'd want that, but here it is.
But it will be something called tempered? Can't be the hardened one? This one? A pretty neat one. Which is the one we pretty much use. With a few upgrades.
So?
Oh.
So?
We got some junk to get rid of. Okay, we done all the poker to do here. Okay, we can save.
To sit it out like hens on their eggs until this mist lifts.
It won't just disappear. You say only a sled.
I wonder when Dandelion is done. Yeah, the blue, the Western again.
Look what the cat dragged in.
I don't want to talk to him right now.
The whole camp's gone berserk looking for the coins. Grown lads with their arses in the air, scavenging.
I thought he would be either at the canteen or at the whorehouse, but he's at neither, so where the heck is he?
Seems we'll be slaughtering squirrels again.
Surprised! They have a hand in every rebellion, every evil cause. You know me,
Maybe it's over here though. There's nothing here. Where I thought he would be.
Damn it! This is a brothel, not a military camp.
Where are you, Dandelion?
Search the bodies.
Life can be really
what?
Nothing useful here. They must have been pawns. Report back to Deathmold. In the meantime, talk to a writer I know.
Okay, game.
Tits. That's
Yeah, it triggered because they were stuck outside by the door. They didn't get in. So that event triggered now.
The elder and the recruiter are coming for you. He was slaughtering pigs at the time, so he takes a pig's eye and puts it between his buttocks.
He does what?
Puts a pig's eye in his arse. The elder and the recruiter enter, and the mother says,
I have like no idea what dandelion
"Hero
is.
to take you to war." And he's standing with his back to them, his pants down. He spreads his cheeks and says, "I can see that."
Did they take him?
Greetings, Geralt, in these humble foreign walls.
Greetings.
My heart rejoiced to see that dear old noggin of yours emerge from a sea of unknown faces.
I see you prefer the company of Vernon and his men.
The soldier
Nah,
in
but
Henselt's camp looks at
I
me
was
like
looking
a
up there. I think that one just shows death
Suspect
mold.
you of being a spy.
Who the fuck knows what's in their bloody heads? You know what? I regret I'm not a spy. I feel like the last bloody cunt here. Somewhere nearby, my brethren are sharpening their axes, just waiting for the fog to dissipate so they can blunt them on some kid-winny necks.
You've been around. Heard anything about the Kingslayer?
Just that Henselt is shitting himself for fear that his head is about to be separated from his shoulders. For me, the assassin's hiding out in the ravines, an ideal place for his kind. Anyway, I've been wondering, why the fuck do you care so much about this cunt that you're so ready to stick your neck out to find him?
Letho knows a lot about me. There are certain things probably only he can explain.
But is it worth sticking your neck out to know what was in your head before?
It is to me.
What will you do when you find him?
We'll see when I talk to him, when I learn the truth. Maybe I'll see his point, and maybe I'll just cut off his head. All rested after the boat trip?
Don't remind me of that. My stomach churns at the very thought.
You could have traveled here on foot.
If I'd known it before days of rocking, I would have. And if they told me I'd be eating dried and salted cod 3 times a day, I'd have clobbered myself with my own hammer before boarding that boat.
You're spending all your time in Roach's camp. Have you two become chums?
Chums? That's a bit rich. But he doesn't piss me off as much as he used to. Either he's changed or I've grown accustomed.
Maybe both.
Maybe. Besides, the camp has loads of other attractions. His men cheat me at cards, and there's a tit or two to hang the gaze upon.
If that's what you're after, there's a regular whorehouse in Henselt's camp.
How can you compare a whore's tits to Vessi's? I could buy myself the others, but hers are just to be admired. I heard you had a bit of fun with Vess.
Did she tell you?
No. Is there anything to tell?
Ask her.
Not a chance.
Henselt thinks he'll take Vergen easily.
A regular army will always win against a popular uprising. I know this. Henselt knows it. I don't understand why Saskia doesn't.
Maybe she'd rather die than surrender. Or she has a surprise in store for Henselt.
Possibly. Henselt keeps the precise plans of his campaign a secret.
Why haven't you set up in the Kedweni camp? Information becomes more available the closer you get to the source.
Henselt doesn't trust us, and I don't blame him. If not for this damn fog, we'd have moved even further south.
We've lost the assassin's trail.
The trail led us here. If it goes no further, the assassins must be in the vicinity. I see 2 possibilities. Either Henselt hired them, or he's their next target.
We'll find out soon enough. Could Henselt himself be behind the assassinations?
You don't think it's possible? Consider the Pontar Valley. Temeria, Kedwin, and Edirn have been disputing it for generations. Only now, Temeria and Edirn are kingless.
True. Henselt might profit from the deaths of Foltest and Demavend, but covert assassinations aren't his style.
I suppose you're right. The Kedweni king seems to love a good war. Just take a look around. Perhaps that's his ruse. When the cheese goes missing from the larder, no one thinks of blaming the cat.
In the face of possible disaster, they tried to drop things.
Oh well, let's go up there. Yeah, maybe Dandelion shows up when we start talking to him. Let's see.
I'm done with this cursed place. Bloody comet.
That's why I couldn't save them, because that event hadn't happened there.
Sit it out like hens on their eggs until this mist lifts.
It won't just disappear. They say only a...
I found Trot and a few other enthusiasts of the square coins.
Did you learn who leads them?
No.
Any survivors?
No.
Oh, you might at least have spared Trot. I'm sure he had secrets.
Any reward for the conspirators?
Indeed. A nice round sum per head.
I could use the gold.
How many were there?
Vincent and 5 others.
You killed 6 men. You and your kind should be isolated.
The reward
is yours. Here.
So you had to talk to him first.
Sit it out like hens on their eggs.
What the heck? You don't let me.
It won't just disappear. They say...
Oh, he's over there. Didn't even look here, because I didn't think he was over here. Yeah, singing.
Here to visit your old friends?
Just looking around. You?
A lengthy stay in Henselt's camp, and one is likely to become somewhat Kedwenized. I'd like to avoid that.
Rightly so. I wonder what Sheila's doing in Henselt's camp.
You're not alone, because she's wondering what you're doing at the king's side.
How do you know?
She asked me about you.
What did she want to know?
I have no idea. I realized right off she was sniffing, and told her she could smell my fingers if she wanted. That'd be all she'd get.
And she gave up.
Mm-hmm. See how careful I am?
Have you tried to, approach Vess?
I've thought about it. On the one hand, I've never rogered a soldier, but on the other, the clean clang of steel against steel at an intimate moment could put off even the most attentive lover. Why do you ask?
I'd just like to know.
I heard you dueled each other.
You heard right.
You came out on top in the arena. Maybe you should try her in another setting.
Could be interesting, I guess.
Really? You slept with her?
Mm-hmm.
And how was she? Spill it.
Well, there was no clang of steel. Heard anything about Letho?
They say he's hiding in the ravines. He's not alone.
I know.
I fail to comprehend exactly why you have it in for him. He escaped, so what? You're no king, and as such are hardly in danger.
Letho is responsible for 2 regicides. I want to know why he did it. Or rather, for whom.
Is that so important?
Witchers don't step into political quicksand for no reason. I don't like the principles that govern the world, but so far nobody's come up with anything better. Murdering kings solves nothing. Quite the contrary.
Let's say you catch him. What then?
decide once I've heard him out, learned the truth. Maybe I'll see his point. Maybe I'll just cut off his head. Henselt's camp is abuzz with rumors about the events 3 years ago.
When you burn a sorceress at the stake, rumors spread faster than the seed of a lascivious berry.
I know you primarily value sorceresses for their firm busts, but I'm curious. What do you think of Sabrina Glevisig?
Sorceresses complain about feeling underappreciated, persecuted even. But let me tell you, Geralt, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. If they didn't meddle, they wouldn't be burned at the stake. They keep whining about the horrors that took place on Banned Island, about the order of the world being destroyed. But let me ask you, who brought that about if not them and their scheming?
My memories and feelings seem inextricably linked. I seem to be recovering both. I believe Yennefer's alive, and I'll eventually find her.
Triss, Yennefer, that's some life you lead, my friend.
First off, we have no idea if Yennefer's still alive. Second, we have no idea if Triss is alive.
True. You seem to have 2 women, when in fact, you don't even have one.
Their kind doesn't die easily. I'll find Triss as soon as I've dealt with the assassin.
What about Yennefer?
I won't know what to do about her until I see her. I found a letter addressed to the people of Kedwen.
A letter? So?
It's your drivel, idiot.
Where'd you get that idea?
I know you. Not to mention you had the gall to quote me.
You're not the only Witcher in the world.
So, you admit it's yours?
Sure, it's mine. People have had enough of that pompous clown colluding with Nilfgaard. I decided I needed to open their eyes a little wider.
Any idea what that pompous clown's going to do when he finds out who's opening his people's eyes?
How would he find out? It could only come from you, and I assume, at least I hope, you won't rat me out.
They're going to kill you.
Nah.
Why did you poke your nose in this?
Henselt approached me to write a few panegyrics about him. You know, singing his praises. Can you imagine that? Me? Writing a political pamphlet? Who the hell does he think I am?
But that's exactly what this letter is.
Possibly. But it's for a good cause. Henselt's a prick.
Oh boy, there's so many events that we have to wait for now. We need to go and see the visionary. Not much else we can do.
Everything fine? Great.
I'm done with this cursed place.
There.
The bloody comet, square coins, and that bark.
Should be to the left and somewhere.
Another fucking stone.
Attention, the man depicted here in the unknown man in provenance is not dead alive. We need to get there. Back to that one come from. Let's have a little quick chat with the relic vendor first before we go to the visionary.
Not another fucking stone.
Why did he pick out... He actually picked out the wrong weapon too. That was an interesting thing.
How did you wind up here?
Relics, artifacts, trinket.
Yeah.
I found footprints at Sabrina's execution site. Do you know anything about that?
Why would I? You found them, not me.
Yet your boots are black from ash.
Shh. All right. What do you want to know?
Do you believe in the power of your merchandise?
You mean the relics? Others believe in them, that's what counts. They'll believe in anything that gives them hope. Soldiers shit their pants and throw up in fear before going into battle. If kissing a rusty nail gives them courage, then in my book, it works.
Did you see Sabrina's execution?
Sure I did. I was in the 5th Company. I remember the commotion when that idiot Yahon killed her with a spear. If only I had that spear now.
Do you remember the curse that Sabrina placed on the king?
When they set the stake on fire, she shouted something to the king. His face went red, but I couldn't hear very well. She probably foretold his syphilis. A gruesome death.
Where is Yahon's spear now?
I don't know. Besides which, it's none of your concern. I simply won't talk about that.
You know Yahon?
Never heard of him. Where'd you get the idea that I know him?
Do you remember the sorceress Sabrina?
Same as all the others. Looked like a young nympho, but an old hag inside. You want to talk about her? See that freak who burns candles?
So long.
Okay. Come on. Meh.
Not another fucking stone.
Well, I'm kind of curious what's over here, even though I'm supposed to go over there. Let's see what's over here. But I get distracted, you know?
Been observing you for a while now.
And?
Just wondering if I can bring you in alive. I'd get a higher reward, you know.
Well, you can't.
Damn shame, I'd say.
What the?
gold in your pouches.
Oh, and he... Third. Arrest warrant, Geralt of Rivia. It is hereby made known to all that the witch named Geralt, native of Rivia, has committed a high crime of regicide in slaying Foltest, king of... Fools.
Wonder how many more will turn up.
Oh! Read. And a queen. AI is a little bit dumb in this one, I must say. Get easily stuck. One heavy swing. Guess that was all that was there.
vibrating.
Quick! You'll be safe here.
Don't worry. I'll be safe on the...
Over here, inside the candles.
Oh, I have some... Found me some harpies.
You'll be safe here. Over here, inside the candles. Quick! You'll be safe here. Over here, inside the candles. Quick! You'll be safe here.
Yeah.
Over here, inside the candles. Quick! You'll be safe here.
I'm wondering what difficulty we're gonna play on
Over
Witcher
here,
3 though.
inside the candles. Quick! You'll be safe here.
If we're gonna play on the hardest or...
Over here, inside the candles. Quick! You'll be safe here. We're safe here. I awaited them. They were to come bearing gifts. I heard their cries. Guess they were attacked. If they're not here, they must be dead.
No, they're alive. They didn't want to risk it anymore, went back to camp. They asked me to give you this coin for candles.
This is but half. Why, I'll not do more than braid some wicks for this. What do you want from me? I'll not believe you came here by chance.
Yeah, you're right. I need to learn some things, and few are willing to talk. Sabrina Glevisig's story, that's what interests me most.
Listen, I'll not speak with you until I get my coin. Pure and simple. Though I do provide charitable help to the faithful, if you were to become one of them.
Here, you can have 40.
Do you mock me? What's the idea? This is piddling.
Now, back to some other matters.
Listen, I'll not speak with you until I get my coin. Pure and simple. Though I do provide charitable help to the faithful, if you were to become one of them.
Okay.
I've heard a lot of good things about you. All right, I'll become a follower.
Wonderful. Listen then, for I'll not say this twice. If your intentions are pure, you will do as I ask. Each convert must pass a test. You will spend the night at the old chapel near Sabrina's pupils.
Where?
Twin Lakes I have named in her honor.
Is that all?
Before you kneel to meditate, you will drink the mixture I shall give you. You must then remember all that occurs. That's very important, as you'll need to recount it to me fully.
All right, I'll come back once I'm done.
Nah, I'm not gonna play a new game plus. It will be new one. Notes 2, Vision Notes 3. What the heck is the Vision Notes 1 then? my road to the light, the second fragment. We nailed Miss Gillovis to a wheel. We pierced her slender hands and throttled her narrow waist with a rope. The puree was readied beforehand. Hansel laughed and encouraged us to mock her, so we did. As the flames licked the wood, I looked into her bright eyes, yet I could see no fear in them, only peace. I trembled for the first time. I trembled once again as the flames themselves started. The fire would not accept the victim. Then Hansel ordered to feed the flames with more wood. The branches were wet, and the smoke stung our eyes, filling us with remorse. Through the flames I could see Miss Gleswig suffocating, and I trembled for the third time. I grabbed a spear used to push the wood into the pyre. Unmindful of the heat, I scaled the flaming wood and pierced her heart. Thus was I transformed in the fire. Hansel was furious that I had ruined his spectacle. I was beaten to a pulp. Soon I was stripped of my rank, and those I had fought friends turned from me. I started drinking more than ever, and I sank into sloth, so I was regularly punished. I spent all my free time in solitude until one day, as I sat with a bottle of foul spirits, staring at a sizzling candle stub, understood that it all happened for a reason. I had a calling. The flicker that Miss Glivesig had lit. Yeah, we'll see. I understood that it had all happened for a reason. I had a calling. The flicker that Miss Glivesig had lit with me spread over my heart, and it burned with the flame of faith. Nice view. We have to wait for evening. I don't know how late it needs to be.
I'm too old for this.
Giant chicken.
Don't know that anybody needs to know about that one.
I must be repentant after years I spent living in error. No soldierly vice was too vile for me. During my years of service, I embraced gambling, alcohol, sloth, lies, and evil profanity. I took lives, not just when ordered. I was cruel. Today I see clearly that I had sunk into darkness from the depths of which I could not see the light. Miss Sabrina Glevissig, bright and pure as a goddess, shone like the light of a candle in the blackest night. She always supported the soldiers and tried to draw me into the path of righteousness. Yet I was blind to the light. What a vision to have a giant chicken.
Damn it.
Huh? What other matters?
I did what you asked.
Tell me what you saw.
You may think I'm as mad as you are, but in my vision I walked through a forest where the trees were huge mushrooms and a giant chicken walked between them, pecking at the underbrush.
You have no idea how happy I am. I've been having this vision of a giant hen among mammoth mushrooms for weeks. I thought I'd lost it, gone insane. Turns out my herds must have gone off. I need to gather new ones, but that's my concern. Ask me what you will.
You must know a lot about Sabrina Glevissig's death.
Sabrina the Martyr left the world of the living to protect us all.
Did you hear about the curse Sabrina cast on the king?
Of course. A well-deserved punishment, a ghostly spell from her crimson lips. The king concocted a cruel fate for the sorceress, humiliated her, made her suffer the flames. Bound to a wheel and placed on the stake, she suffered in a way unimaginable to ordinary humans. But when the flame reached her maiden waist, not a single cry could be heard, only words foretelling King Hensel's imminent demise. Let a shooting star split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a braid of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate 1,000-year-old rules, prompting a just punishment. Sabrina suffered so badly that a merciful soldier ended her torment, thrusting his spear into her aching heart.
Why the candles? What's the difference between Sabrina and other mages burned at the stake?
Others were strong in life. Her power bloomed when death wrapped its steely arms around her. She took the soldier who ended her suffering under her kind care. He never had to fear walking alone in the dark again. Have you seen the area? It's full of beasts and monstrosities. Jahan, the merciful soldier, has walked in the blaze of our power ever since. No creature born of darkness can get close to her.
Now, back to some other matters. Tell me again what you know about Sabrina.
What exactly do you want to know?
Now, who are you?
Our descendants will decide who we were when they see what we've left behind.
Is Jahan still around?
Jahan is dead. He didn't deserve to bask in the glory of the lady.
So Sabrina's mercy has limits.
You don't know what you're talking about, Witcher.
The valley's been engulfed by a battle of specters. Know anything about it?
It's a place of horror. You can still hear the sound of steel and the cries of the dying. If you want to soothe their pain, you have to believe that Sabrina is watching over you benevolently.
I won't achieve anything without some memory tokens. Magically active conduits left by those who fell in battle. They're supposed to symbolize faith, courage, hatred, and death.
Faith? I don't know what those soldiers believed, but their faith didn't help them. They were deceived. Courage, hatred, and death. There was too much of all of them, especially death. But I remember a knight who, ignoring the danger, led a handful of soldiers against overwhelming enemy forces. Seltkirk of Gullet, Demaven's champion. When Vandergrift's cohort cut him off from the rest of the army, he attacked the visitor fearlessly. If you're looking for a symbol of courage, find Seltkirk's armor.
Who were you before?
What does it matter? Let the sins of youth fade into oblivion. Look at the candlelight. Feel it, and you'll hear what it has to say to you.
I can't hear a thing.
Then you're not ready. But your time will come. You will then hear and understand. Trust me.
Why do you need so many candles? Why not build a campfire?
This is Sabrina's flame. Its light protects us and guides us soldiers every step.
Did you rob a convoy of wax sellers?
I make the candles myself. I give them to anyone looking for protection within the flame of courage.
Any chance of finding that spear?
It was so long ago, Witcher. But I believe the spear went to another soldier. The bugger sells relics from Our Lady by the Camp Inn.
I know who you mean. So long.
Okay, I need to use the restroom real quick. Peep peep. We'll be right back. let's see. Wait. Kan du se? Some tea water too. I'm drinking. Oh, what's that called in English? Google Translate. Let's see. What are they called? Rose hip soup?
Not another fucking stone.
It's tasty.
You got a black cat.
Hello.
Relics, artifact.
I know you have the spear Yahan used to pierce Sabrina's heart.
I told you about that, and I thought the old freak was trying to forget the sins of his past.
I need that spear.
Tough luck, Witcher. I last saw it a few years back.
What happened to it?
Look how similar we are. You want knowledge, I want coin, and we both need help to get what we want.
How much?
What are your customary take-ins on a contract? I'll gladly accept but 1/2 of that.
Tell me about her.
After all, business is going well. You see, when Yahan lost his head for Sabrina, I bought the spear from the innkeeper. The donkey's ass pawned it in the inn. Drank like a fish. By then, Yahan had already hidden in the hills where no one dares to venture. Some call him the Visionary, but in my book, he's just a nutter. Beats me why the beasts don't attack him. A fisherman who supplies the canteen said that some monsters hate the smell of fish oil. Yahan makes candles out of it.
What did you do with the spear?
Sorry to say I lost it in a dice game. Shame, because today it'd fetch a good price. I lost the spear to a soldier who later fought the squirrels in the forests of the Pontar Valley. He told me he'd used it to kill some Scoia'tael big shot. I heard the shaft cracked as if there'd been some fucking jousting tournament. The most interesting thing is that big shot is still alive. I heard he's now with that vixen from Aedirn. Some frigging commander. Elves are weird creatures. Who knows, maybe he still has that spearhead.
Yorvith.
You know him?
I'll tell you for 100 orens.
Bah!
So long.
Hello.
I'm a bit scared of going against the sea. The enemy have fed you their propaganda. But what if she's truly...
fine patches.
The whole camp's gone berserk looking for the coins. Grown lads with their arses in the air.
Look what the cat dragged in.
I think I know how to free the king from his curse.
Well then, let's get to work.
Can't do anything until I have the spear the soldier stabbed Sabrina with. Problem is, it's in the hands of a Scoia'tael commander named Yorvith.
I know this Yorvith. Are you certain this is the spear?
I last saw him back in Flotsam.
Yorvith is in Vergen, Witcher. Along with most of the Scoia'tael from the area, they've joined that peasant girl's insurgency.
Yorvith part of a peasant uprising? It doesn't make sense.
There's only one way to confirm or disprove it. You must cross to the other side of the mist. What of the other artifacts? Do you know them all now?
Not yet.
In that case, you must wait until you've learned everything before crossing. It's a dangerous voyage, not one to attempt twice, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I'd say. I've got to get through the mist, or I can't lift the curse.
I shall supply the white flag when you set out as our emissary. The lass is reputedly honorable. She'll welcome you, invite you to a feast, and with a bit of luck, you may even plow her.
You're sick, Deathmold.
They say she's very pretty. Peasant girls not to your liking?
Not your concern.
In case the elves lack an understanding of diplomatic symbolism, please also take this armor. With His Majesty's blessing, I might add.
A king's concern can be boundless when his life depends on that of another.
I spent some time working on this recently. This little marvel will guide you through the fog and provide a measure of protection from the specters.
Thanks. See you.
Morons. Greetings, Master Witcher.
Okay, better. Decent amount of armor.
Good to see you, you old rogue.
Why the long face, Sultan?
Everything's fucked.
The only sight worse than a sad dwarf is the sight of a very sad dwarf.
I don't suppose you have any vodka?
What?
Might have.
Wonderful.
Life without old mates and booze is like a woman without a rump.
If you need a change of climate, come with me. I'm on my way to Vergen.
You say that as if you're going to the brothel round the corner. Forgetting about the spectres?
I may have amnesia, but I remember the curse.
Well, all I get around here is non-human midget and the like. And I've dwarven brethren on that side. Sure as shit, I'll take Saskia over that prick Hensel too. You really willing to help me cross?
Of course.
You know, Geralt, I have a feeling that Vergen's where I should be.
I get you. Let's go.
How do you plan to get through the fog? Thought it was suicide to venture into it.
Death Mold gave me a protective amulet.
Throw it out! I wouldn't touch anything belonging to that dick.
The magical potential of the talisman will cause a local interference in the astral projection, creating disharmony where the two dimensions of reality meet.
Meaning?
The mist should part to let us pass.
You should have put it like that to begin with, instead of all that crap about astral bodies. I'll go with you.
Okay, let me get my tea. Right back.
Wind up here.
Should level up to let's see. What do we have now? Tempting. Oops. They're all freaking me mutated.
wait to have some proper ale instead of that piss water to drink in the Kidwenny camp. Thanks again, Geralt.
Wonder if you're gonna get any better than what I have really. Wonder if I'm gonna wait for next chapter. See?
Tough crossing ahead of us, Sultan.
Looking to scare me now? We're going, and that's that.
See the path. The amulet is guiding us.
Just rush through. Oh no, that was the wrong way then. Oh my god, I'm stuck there. These invisible walls, man. So annoying. What are you supposed to have, like that guy that got shot away in the beginning?
How many more can there be?
It's not that way. It's here. Oh, this is the... oh yeah, this place. Over here, I guess. Yep. Do.
Never again. Fucking fog.
Look at it this way. You'll be able to brag about seeing the ghostly fog from the inside for the rest of your life.
Hmm.
I'd rather brag about how I ploughed 3 wenches at once in my youth.
Here. The mushrooms. Sidetracked, as usual. Key is acquired. Key here too. Everything needs a key. Oh yeah, there's something at the bottom here, isn't there? Oh well, let's go down and see what we have down here. That's a lot of harpies! Eh? Come in, bottom. Let's see. Okay. Don't surprise me. Landed right in front of us.
Magic or danger?
Oh, of course it requires a freaking key. Oh no, we have adrenaline, that's nice.
Medallion's vibrating.
Out.
Witcher, I might have some work for you.
Oh, it is this guy. Oh.
Did I hear you mention a job?
Indeed. One very much in your line. I know a collector in Vengerberg. He pays well for all kinds of monster-related curios.
Ericus venom, Necker hearts. Sounds doable.
Harpy feathers.
Uh-huh. Why feathers?
I never asked. Got the order and that's that. Interested?
What kind of coin are we talking about?
Why don't we do a test? Bring me a bundle of fine feathers for which I'll pay you, and if we're both satisfied, we'll figure things out.
He's gonna want more than a bundle? That'll mean a lot of traipsing around.
A few more, yes. So?
I'll keep my eyes open, but no promises. I've got more important things to deal with. I've got your feathers.
Wonderful. Excellent quality. Just what I needed. I'll pay for each and every one. If you're in need of coin, just bring me more.
I suppose I've had to work harder for coin in the past. All right, I'll keep it in mind.
Excellent! I await your return.
Where can I see how many we have? Well, alphabetic. Oh, I need 2 more.